Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot, and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today's reading is the ultimate baby pick a card reading, so we're taking a look at you and your partner just to make sure that you're in the right reading. Then we're digging into everything you want to know about your baby, so we're gonna find out what they'll be like, maybe when they'll be born, and also just a lot of characteristics of their personality and everything like that. We're ending off the reading with some tarot to see what message they have for you. So first up, we have to pick which pile is the pile you want to watch. We have 3 different piles to pick from. We have pile number 1 over here with the Way of the Panda Tarot with the Green Adventurine. Let me show you guys up close. There we go. So this is Green Adventurine, and the card that we have maybe to help you decide is the Six of Wands. Then for pile number 2, we have the Rose Quartz and the Numinous Tarot. I hope it focuses a little bit better. So Rose Quartz. And we also have the Numinous Tarot. And for the Numinous Tarot, we have this Creator of Tomes as the card that might help you decide. Then for pile number 3, we have the Opalite. Let me see if we can, yeah, that's better. So Opalite. And it comes with the Wild Unknown Tarot, and the card that might help you decide is this very cute Mother of Pentacles. So take your time and pick the pile you feel most drawn to, and yeah, let's get into this reading. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you picked this Green Adventurine and the Way of the Panda Tarot, this is going to be your reading. We are starting out with an energy check just to make sure that you're in the right reading. For this energy check, we're going to take a look at mom and dad, or if this is not the mom and dad kind of relationship, just the 2 partners involved in having this baby. So let's take a look at the energies. So for the mom side, we have Dolphin. And we also have Femme Fatale. And we're using the light attributes only today. So this says, it highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So this lady is probably a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer, or just someone that is very well in touch with their emotional system. And she is probably very good looking with this Femme Fatale card here. But we'll get a little bit deeper into this pretty soon. I want to continue first with Dad's energy. So let's take a look. For Dad's energy, we have the Mouse. And we also have Samaritan. And this one says, refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. So we can see that Dad is a good Samaritan, someone that that always likes to help others or help the ones in need, right? Now, Dad, with the Mouse card being here, might very well be an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Of course, these zodiac signs are not a must, but they're just a little bit of an indicator of what kind of energy someone has. With the dolphin here, dolphins are very playful. They also have like sonar, or they send out this signal. So it also gives me the energy that they have a very active third eye. They also have that spout on the place that they have their third eye. So that kind of tells me that this person is quite intuitive maybe into tarot, watching tarot like you're doing right now. So this could very well be you. And she's not only fun, playful, intuitive, intelligent, she is also very stunning. I think that with this femme fatale here, we can see that this person is definitely in her feminine energy. She's not afraid to be more feminine. She's not afraid to let other people do things or ask for help. And she might sometimes just use it to her advantage. She's stunning. She's smart. She's very intuitive. Wonderful, wonderful energy. Now let's take a look at Dad. So we already talked about Dad being probably an earth sign, but they don't have to be. But the mouse is very detail oriented. It's in the little things, right? They might be someone that makes checklists, that always is very detail orientated, even when it comes to their clothes, like everything has to match, or when you pack for a trip, that they want to make sure that everything is in order. They won't leave until they made sure that everything at home is all right. Also, with the Samaritan being here, I feel like this person might be a doctor or work in healthcare. They might also be like working in legal affairs, something like that. But I do think that this person is also very intelligent. Like we said, they are quite detail oriented, but they are also quite grounded, and that seems like they're opposites. Like we can see a mouse being quite frantic and like anxious, but at the same time, the mouse being an earth sign, we can see that groundedness as well. So it might be that this person is sometimes very grounded and calm, and otherwise they can get in their head about all the little things that they still need to do. I think that they might like change every now and then. Like if there is a lot going on, they get a little anxious. But that doesn't have to be for everybody. It's just someone that's detail oriented, and that has a great heart. They are very kind. They are great at helping other people. Like I said, they might be a doctor, they might be a lawyer, they might work in human resources, something like that. Or in general, they just care a lot about others. But let's see what the connecting energy is between mom and dad. So for the connecting energy, we have the mentor, and we see this huge bomb being dropped, right? We also have the number 6. So maybe the number 6 is important. I think it definitely is, because we also have the 6 of Wands. So we have the number 6 twice already. Also, wands associate with fire, and we have this bomb of fire being dropped here as well. So I think that the both of you might have, there were some truths revealed to the both of you during this connection. I think that you have both taught each other a lot. Maybe you are quite opposites, and that's the reason why you teach each other so much. But I do think that there might have been some conflicts, although I do see the both of you fixing them quite easily. Because you're both just not people that like to fight. I think that the both of you are very kind, very loving, and that you both just try to solve things. I do think that the both of you are quite good communicators as well. But it's not something that I specifically can point at something in the cards. Maybe because the mentor has an owl, and owls are associated with air, and air is about communication. That might be the reason why I'm feeling that you guys are great at communicating each other's needs. I also think that you can intuitively feel what the other needs. I think that the dolphin is more intuitive, and the mouse just is very detail oriented, and they just see that something about the behavior changes in the other person. I think that that's what's going on here. So if this sounds like you and your person, let's continue and see all about your baby. We're going to figure out when. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, I laid out some cards. So we have some characteristics over here, and we also have the animal that your baby wants to be represented as. So let's just start with what animal they associate themselves with. So your baby wanted to be associated with the hummingbird, and the hummingbird is an air sign, so they might become a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. What we can also tell about the hummingbird is that they are very fun and bubbly, and that they are great conversationalists. So we can definitely tell that your baby is going to be a chatty baby, a happy baby. I think that your baby will have a lot from their mom's side, especially character-wise. Just fun, loving, bubbly. We can see that same ray of light coming from them as we can see from mom over here with this big, all those round lines. I don't know what to call them. But we can see that big ray coming off of mom and baby as well. So let's continue with the other cards, right? So let's see what this first card is. So we have Taurus. So this might indicate that your baby will be a Taurus, but it might also indicate that your baby is probably going to be very logical and grounded. They might also be a little stubborn. They might not just give up when something doesn't work. They are also very, very loyal and nurturing and caring. And those are actually also characteristics that dad has a lot. So we can already see that your baby will have characteristics of mom and dad. And I kind of love that. Let's continue with the next card. We also have Saturn return. So Saturn return is when Saturn makes a whole round around Earth and comes back. And this happens, I think, every 27 years or something like that. So this might indicate that this baby is going to be born on your Saturn return. But it might also indicate that Saturn returns are always a time of like rethinking things, and it might indicate that your baby might become very patient and they might have a lot of endurance. Just like we saw with Taurus being someone that just doesn't give up if something gets a little bit difficult. So we can see that your baby is gonna be someone that just keeps on going, and they will do what they like, and they won't give up even if something when there is an obstacle in their way. Let's see what the next card is. We also have a waning crescent, and the waning crescent is a moon phase, and this moon phase talks about the ability to see through people's motivations and making the most with limited materials. So again, limited materials. Even if you don't have it all, you don't have all the money in the world, this baby will make it work. This child will make it work. We can see this baby being quite creative with whatever resources they have. I'm not saying that they won't have it all. I'm just saying that if, for example, at school, they only have a few colors to color with, they can make a beautiful, beautiful work of art instead of complaining that they're missing the yellow one, for example, right? So they are just very creative. They are very resourceful. And I think that that's a wonderful quality to have. Also, the red is really springing out to me. This can talk about the basal chakra and about being very connected, being very rooted into the earth. Again, that's quite similar to this Taurus energy that we're seeing right here. So I do think that they love being home, or just they feel very welcome with you as parents. Yeah, let's continue with the next card. So for the next card, we have Pisces. Let me adjust that card. Pisces. And Pisces, of course, is associated with water. So just like mom, we could see dad being a Taurus and mom being a Pisces, for example, but it doesn't have to be like that. I think it's just, again, talking about the attributes that your beautiful baby will have, probably inherited from the both of you. So with Pisces, we can see like someone being a big dreamer and also being highly psychic. So again, we see this beautiful rainbow, just like we see around the hummingbird. So again, that dreaming energy that we see, that, like I was talking about, like being resourceful, this baby being able to go to wherever they want to go without being hindered by anything, because they will just keep going and they will make it work. So I do think that your baby is going to be very successful when they grow up, and that they will be very social. They'll have a lot of friends, especially because they have this air sign as their main sign. Very chatty, very bubbly. And also hummingbirds are quite fast. I think you guys all know that they'll drink a little bit of nectar here and then they'll fly to another place and they'll drink a little bit of nectar there. So I do think that they have a lot of things to do. Like they want to be adventurous. They want to go here. They want to go there. They want to find out a little bit of everything. I could see this person being someone that loves traveling a lot. Or your baby being someone that loves to travel when they grow up. Maybe you also love to take them on a trip, something like that. But I also wanted to talk about this Six of Wands because it did come out for a reason. I asked your baby to show me a card that they wanted to show you. So we have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is a card of victory. So to me, this indicates that maybe you two as parents will be very victorious. You'll be great. It might also indicate that you as parents might just be cheering on your baby, your child throughout their life. You'll always be by the sideline cheering them on, seeing them as the best boy or little girl in the world. I think that you both are very supportive, or that you will be very supportive, and that's something that your baby really loves. So yeah, that's very cute. I also want one more oracle card. Let's see if I can get to my cards because I have a lot on my table. To see what is something that they will be inviting into their life, like one big thing that they will be inviting into their life as they grow up. So, baby, can you please tell us what you will be inviting into your life, what you'd love to invite in your life? So we have trust. And truly, this trust, I feel, is more for you than for baby themselves. I think that you might worry a lot that maybe this baby isn't coming, or that something might go wrong, or that, especially with this desert and like this boat going somewhere, it's like you're afraid of the unknown with the moon. Maybe you're afraid that when they grow up, they won't be as close to you. Maybe something like that happened with you and your parents. But what I'm seeing here is that you should trust your own intuition. You should trust that as long as you're trying your best for this beautiful baby, they would never want to leave you. They will totally adore you. They will totally love you. And I think that you should know that you're a wonderful person, and that there is no need to worry about like messing things up, because you won't be messing anything up. And I think that the two of you are going to be great parents, and that you're both going to be very caring. Again, dad is pretty detail oriented. I talked about this a lot. I think that there is nothing that will be missed as it, how am I going to explain that? It's like if this child is feeling a little bit sick, dad will notice, right? I also think intuitively mom will notice as well, but it's on a different way of noticing things, right? Like mom intuitively, maybe they are just more connected with baby, and they'll like, even if they're in another room, they will know that something's wrong or that baby is doing fine. It doesn't always have to be something bad. But dad, when they have their eye on the baby, they will literally see anything. They would hear if something's wrong. Again, mice have big ears and they are great at noticing things, right? So dad will, again, they will be focused on this baby and they want to make sure that everything's going to be fine. So I love that for you guys. Let me remove these cards and let's get into a little bit more of the physical traits. We're going to use those little cards again. And then we'll delve into the timing of it all. Okay? Okay, so if you've watched other videos that I've done, you might recognize these little cards. They have characteristics on them. I kind of didn't want to use them, but then I felt drawn to use them, although they are like a little bit, like, I mean, I made them myself, so they're not the prettiest ones, as you can see. So let's just see what they give us. And tell me in the comments what you think about them. Do you think that they're like a little bit too makeshifty? Or do you like that I use them? Let me know. Okay, so the first card we have is Gorgeous Face. There we go. Ooh, okay. So we already have 3 cards. We also have heterochromatic eyes. So your baby might have 2 different colors in their eyes. It might mean that they have one blue eye, one brown eye, or they might have like blue with green eyes mixed. There are just multiple colors in their eye. That's truly beautiful. And we also have style. So they're going to be very stylish. Whether this will be a boy or a girl, they're going to care about the way that they look. And they're just very pretty to look at. Let's see what else we get for your beautiful baby. Let's see. I do feel that some cards kind of want to come out, but then they don't. We already have 2 more cards. 3. There we go. So we also have a Daredevil. So yeah, like I said, I think that they're going to be quite adventurous. That they're gonna want to try different things. Like we said, the hummingbird sipping up nectar in one flower and then moving over to another field and trying another flower, right? So they're gonna want to try a lot of different things in their life. I think that they're gonna want to try it all. And maybe that's something that scares mom every now and then, and that's why we had that trust card, right? Let's see what else we have. We also have blonde hair, so they might have blonde hair. Keep in mind with the physical appearance things, this might be for some of you, not for everybody. We might also get other colors of hair later on in the reading. But just make sure that, just think a little bit rationally. Like if you and your spouse have black hair, chances are pretty small, right, that your child will have blonde hair. But it might just be that most of the people watching will get a baby with blonde hair. Yeah. So we also have South American origins. So there might be some Latina in there. I hope I'm not offending anybody, by the way. But I do love that energy. And I see that with this dolphin as well. I think I think both parents could definitely be Latina. Wait, I'm gonna try this again. Because that bubbly energy, it definitely comes across like just fun, bubbly, confident. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. And I think that mom is a little bit of the boss in the house, maybe. Also, with the hummingbird looking at mom, probably they're going to be mama's boy or mama's girl. They will love both parents just as much, but we can see that they have a little favor for mom. We also have children, multiple. So this might indicate that there might be twins on their way, or that you'll have a family with just more than one child. So maybe this is going to be the firstborn and you'll have more after. You might want to check out one of the other piles or maybe one of my other readings on children. It might also indicate that, yeah, what I said, like it might be twins. It might be just that there are more children in the family. I think that's what I wanted to say, but I did get a little bit of a brain freeze. or brain fart. What's it called? Let's get some more because I'd love to get to know your baby a little better. Let's see. Ooh, I'm gonna take it. We got tight curly hair. So they might get tight curly hair when they grow up. There we go. But like I said, take that one as it resonates once again, just like the blonde hair. I do think the children is for all of you, that you'll probably all have multiple children if you wish so. We also have blue eyes. Again, take this one as it resonates. It might not be for everybody, but if there is a possibility, they would probably have blue eyes. I just tried to flip the cards because I got like 5 or 6 and I thought it would be too much. Now this card popped out. I'm gonna show you. It says stand out. So yeah, your baby, your child is gonna stand out from the crowd. Like we see this big energy ball surrounding them. I think that they are very loving, very joyous, very bubbly, and I think that shows in their energy field. Like they are just a huge ball of light walking around wherever they are, and that catches a lot of people's attention. Let's put it right here. Now let's see if I can flip them the right way around. Let's get a few more. So what can you tell us? Okay. So we also have unique. Yeah. We figured as much. They're adventurous, they're kind, they're joyous, they're bubbly, and they're unique. Yeah, I think that you don't hear that as often, that someone is fun, adventurous, joyous, a daredevil. This baby really is a gift, and I think that you're gonna be so happy once you meet them, and I think that they're gonna fulfill all your expectations and more. I mean, I love their energy already. We also have put together. To me, this can indicate 2 things. One, they love the way that they're dressed, like we said, with the style, like they care about the way that they look. They look put together. But 2, I feel like spirit put you guys together, right? They placed themselves in this family because they really wanted to incarnate here. I think that that's the kind of thing that we see. And especially because you are so supportive, I think that that's something that they really want to highlight, that they love how supportive you are. They love how supportive you are going to be. I think that maybe both of you have dealt with very critical parents, and that's something that you don't want to be, especially on father's side, probably. They have dealt with a lot of maybe harsher comments, makes them feel small. And it's like they want to make sure that it doesn't happen to your beautiful baby. Okay, so that's it for the characteristics, or at least more characteristics. Now let's dig into the timing. For the timing, I am going to use my bingo machine and we're going to use some cards. Again, makeshifty cards. So let me know what you think about these kind of cards. If I should use them the next reading or if I should just leave them out altogether. Okay, I'm going to clear this up and then clear this out. I think clear this out and let's get into the timing. Okay, so I have moved things around a little bit. Let's start with the cards and we'll finish off with the bingo balls. So let's see. Baby, what can you tell us about when you'll be born? What can you tell us? We already saw Taurus, Pisces, and all the air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But again, that's not very specific at all. That's like half the year. Again, there are a lot of people watching, so it will probably not be the exact same for everybody. But let's see what they can tell us about themselves, right? So, baby, yeah, there we go. How many flipped? Just a few. Let's take them. So we have November. That's Scorpio, I think, for most. Then we also have September. We have August. Let me do it like this. Then we have 6 months. So if you're watching this right now in June, it might be December or January. We also have April. There we go. Again, a lot of possibilities, as you can see. And we have Aquarius, even more air sign energy. So that goes well with our hummingbird that we had, right? So for most of you, it's probably going to be during like an air sign time. I'm not sure what the exact timings are, but the end of January, the start of February. The other two, I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look that up, or maybe you want to look that up if you're curious. Let's continue with the numbers. So these might be significant numbers or specific dates that are significant, whether for conception or for delivery. There we go. Maybe one more. There we go. So the first number we have is the number 67. So the 6th of July or the 7th of June. Then we have the number 48. So the 4th of August and the 8th of April. And as you can see, we have both August and April right here. So they're definitely significant. We also have the number 42, so the 4th of February and the 2nd of April. We also have the start of February over here and April over here. Then we move on to the number 4. Yeah, there it goes. So April, clearly April is significant, and sorry for moving my hand so much. So April is significant, whether this is for conception or for delivery. And then we have the number 69. Let me see if I can. Yeah, there we go. So the 9th of June, last week, if you're watching it right now, or the 6th of September. And we also had September already. We have place for a little more. Let's see, 1, 2, 2, maybe 3. Let's see. Let's just take 3. So next up, we have the number 53. So the 3rd of May or the 5th of March. Then we have the number 15. Let me adjust that. There we go, 15. So the 1st of May or the 5th of January. Again, the 15 might be significant as well. For if you're watching this right now, if I have finished this reading today, it's going to be tomorrow. So maybe that's cool. But it all depends on when you're watching, of course. Maybe the 15th of the upcoming month might be significant. And the last one we have for you guys is the number 52. So the 5th of February, again, that Aquarius season, and the 2nd of May. So again, another highlight on May. The last few have been the 1st of May, the 2nd of May, and the 3rd of May. So we have the beginning of April, or just April in general, first week, and we have the first week of May. Also, the 7th and the 9th of June, and I think that's about it, right? So yeah, there you go. Now let's move on to some channeled messages to end off this reading. And I think we're going to use our beautiful tarot deck to get these last messages, okay? So let me remove these and let's get into some messages. Okay, so I cleared out the table. We have 4 questions that we're going to ask. Question number 1 is, why are you not here yet? Then question number 2 is, what can we do to prepare for you? 3 is what are you excited about when you come into this world? And 4 is what do you love about your parents? So keep that in mind as we go through these questions. We're going to do one tarot card and one oracle card for each question. So the question number 1 is, why are you not here yet? So baby, can you please tell us why you're not here yet? We have the 10 of Pentacles, but it did come reversed or something like that. I don't like to read reverses, but we will keep it in mind. Then the next question was, what can we do to prepare? So what can your parents do to prepare? There we go. We have the Devil. That's interesting. Yeah. So next up we have, wait, I almost forgot. I have to check on my phone once again. What are you excited about? So, baby, can you please tell us what you're excited about? We have the 9 of Pentacles. There we go. And last but not least is, let me check one more time. What do you love about your parents? I'm sorry, I don't know why I cannot remember. So what do you love about your parents? Ooh, we have the Fool. I like that. We also have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. Let's just keep them out here. I think that they might be significant. So clearly there's a lot that they love about you, or that they love about the both of you. And we already talked about it. It was the Ace of Swords, communication. You're both great communicators, and the High Priestess is your intuition. So I think that your intuition is better than you think. And that's something that they like, that you trust your intuition. But we're going to start out in the front, and I want to get clarifiers for all 4 of them. So let's see. Can we get a clarifier for why you're not here yet? The clarifier is co-create with spirit with the number 17. Let me see if you guys can still see. Probably not. This is better? Nope. I have to move everything up. Maybe I had to zoom out, but I don't want to show you guys my messy table. There we go. That's better. Oh, there we go. I'm so sorry for being a mess sometimes. There we go. Co-create with spirit. Then, what can we do to prepare? So we actually got 2. We have act as if with chameleon spirit. And we have hummingbird spirit. Oh my God. You guys have the hummingbird twice. Maybe hummingbirds are a sign that your baby is close. Oh, I love that. Ooh, I got goosebumps actually. Haha. I hope you guys can see. No, I don't think you can see on camera, but oh my gosh. So act as if and be here and now. Be in the present moment. Let me see how I'm going to do this, because I didn't expect to get that many cards. I guess this message is important. So the next question, we have watch and wait. And again, 2 cards. Jeez Louise. We have a lot of communication, right? So we have the seahorse spirit with a watch and wait. And we have time to collaborate, number 1. Let me see how I'm going to do this, because these are a lot of cards. And with the Fool, what they love about you. Yeah, now they're coming through pretty strongly. So it might be that some of you only decided to watch this part of the reading. I'm not sure, but we have Whale Spirit with Trust, the Great Mystery. And I love that because, let me grab your previous card. Woo! Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh my God, my camera is not sturdy. Please stay put. Please don't move. Let me do it like this. Sorry, guys. There we go. So we have Trust the Great Mystery with this whale. And we also have this beautiful Trust card. Trust. My God. The synchronicities of it all. Let me put this one here. So let's start with why your baby is not here yet, because I do think you might be wondering, like, I've been trying for a long time, or just in general, like, I'm trying to build my family, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, but it's not happening yet. What I do see is the Ten of Pentacles is all about family. Like, you might be very connected to your family. Maybe you have nieces and nephews that you care about quite a lot with this Ten of Pentacles. But we also have co-create with spirit. So it's like, it does kind of seem like there is nothing that holds you back. Because spirit is co-creating with you. Maybe it is that trust that's lacking a little bit, that you might not be sure, like, why is it not happening? I really want this, but somehow I believe I cannot have it. And I think most of that has to do with this part. Like, what can we do to invite them in? Because I think with the devil here, the devil talks about like bad habits, maybe quitting smoking, or maybe drinking less alcohol, maybe hanging out with the wrong kind of people, whatever habits you have that you do not really like, maybe that's something you should be working on. Also with Be Here Now, it might be very important to focus on the present moment instead of worrying about the past, or being chained to your past, because the chain is on the past side, right? You might feel chained to your past. You might be afraid that if you have this baby now, you will give them exactly the same thing that you had when you grew up, and that's not something you want to give them. Maybe I'm gonna try to zoom out a little bit more, because I want you guys to see everything. There we go. So being in the present moment is going to be very important. Also with the act as if, maybe at this time, you're afraid that you're going to act the way that your parents did when you were younger, and that's not something you want. This might be talking about you specifically, but it might also be about your spouse or your partner, especially because we did have that mouse, right? But I do think it's important to break from your past, if it was a difficult past, and start trusting that you will do better. Because we have the Fool, like, you're starting a new adventure. You're starting with a light load. You're not bringing all that heaviness from your past. And I think that there is an opportunity for a very beautiful, very wealthy future, because we have the Ten of Pentacles and we have the Nine of Pentacles, right? The Nine of Pentacles talks about being able to do it all on your own, right? And I don't think that this doing it all on your own might be without a spouse. I think it's more so that you're fully equipped to do this as a family. You won't need much help of other family members or anything like that. But with the devil here, I'm also getting another message. Like I said, you might be afraid that you'll repeat the past. But with acts as if, it might also be a bad habit, or just something that you want to work on, that you're trying. You're not yourself all the time, kind of. Like, you're trying to be very much liked by other people. And by doing that, you're maybe acting more like you think they want you to act, instead of listening to your own, being your own individual. That's what I'm getting here as well. So it might be either one of them. Then with the Nine of Pentacles, let me check once again what my questions was, because I don't know why I'm so forgetful. I'm so sorry. What are you excited about? So they're excited about like having this beautiful, abundant future. The Nine of Pentacles is abundant. It's freestanding. How am I gonna explain freestanding? I think that's not a word that we use. It's like, like we said, you can do it on your own. You have enough tools to do it on your own. I do love the watch and wait as well. It's like very confident, like, watch me do it. I'm gonna do it. Just look at me. I can handle this on my own. I'm gonna do this adventure. I think that that's what they're excited about, like growing up and being adventurous, and like we said, like maybe traveling the world, not having a fear in the world. That's the kind of energy that they have. We also have the time to collaborate. So although they have the notion that they can do it on their own, they also are not afraid to ask for help, especially from you guys, from their mom and dad, right? So it looks like there's a great balance between them being confident enough, also with this Six of Wands, like you giving them the confidence to become whatever they want to be, but also them knowing that if they stumble, you will have their back. I really, really love that for you guys. And again, let's finish up with talking what they love about you, because I think that it hasn't been said enough. I think that they love that you are adventurous and that you both would stimulate them to become adventurous as well. Like you're open to new perspectives, you're open to exploring things. We also have trust the great mystery, right? So even if you don't know the answers, you will trust that things will work out or things just happen the way that they're supposed to be. Again, I'm getting a lot of psychic energy, a lot of intuitive energy. There is a lot of trust in spirit. There is a lot of trust in the unfolding of things with the High Priestess as well. And with the Ace of Swords, I just think that they love the way that you guys communicate. Not only you with your spouse, but also you with them when they grow up. I think that even if they are miles away traveling the world, they will always call you. They will always tell you whatever happened on their day. I think that you'll have just a great connection together. And even as they grow up, they will still feel the need to talk to you, to communicate with you, to spend time with you. And I don't think that you'll be growing apart as you get older, not at all. And I feel like that might be a fear for some of you. So rest assured, your little baby will be perfectly fine. They'll love spending time with you. And there is like a great family energy here. Like you are a family that works great together and that loves to spend time together. I can see like a family having a family meeting every year with the whole family coming together and just hanging out, having a barbecue, stuff like that, right? So I don't think there is a need to be afraid. I think that there is a need to celebrate whatever is coming, because I feel for a lot of you, this is pretty close. I think that this devil card is only quite minor. There is like one little change that you might want to make. And it's all in your head, truly. It's not like spirit doesn't want you to have this baby right now. I think that spirit's like, go girl, go get it. You can have it. Just ask for it and it'll come to you. But it's only you thinking that you might not be ready yet that's holding you back. So yeah, that finally brings me to the end of the reading. It went by a lot quicker than I expected. But I want to thank you guys for watching, especially for all the way to the end. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the reading, I'd love to get a thumbs up. Also, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd love for you to join. And yeah, I hope to see you in one of my next readings. Bye guys, have a great day. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. If you picked the rose quartz and the creator of tomes with the numinous tarot, beautiful tarot, this is going to be your reading. So we're starting out with an energy check. We're going to take a look at mom and dad and the energy between the two of you to make sure that you're actually in the right reading. So let's take a look at mom first. So for mom, we have fish, and the fish is, of course, associated with water. So we have Aquarius, Pisces, and Scorpio, but specifically Pisces with this card, obviously. And we also have the card Goddess, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So this mom is a goddess. I love that for you guys. And I also love that this red moon matches with this beautiful red goddess. Let's take a look at dad though. So for dad, we have the crocodile. And it's not as scary as it looks, so don't worry. Maybe that's something specific about this dad as well. Like they might look very impressive, maybe someone to be looked up to, but I think that they are a lot softer than they look. I think that that's what we're seeing here with this crocodile. Also associated with water. So again, Aquarius, Pisces, and Scorpio here. And we'll take a look at this card, and it says child orphan and independence based on learning to go it alone, to go at it alone, conquering fear of surviving. So what I'm seeing here is that this crocodile person, so probably the father, might had parents that did not really take a lot of care of them. Or maybe they were there, but they were preoccupied with someone else or something else. I don't know why I said someone else. That's something specific. It might be for some people. But we can see that they might have felt like they were orphaned. So maybe dad was too busy with work to focus on the kids, or dad was not around. Mom was not around, or they were busy doing other stuff. They might have had an alcoholic dad, something like that. It'll be different for everybody, but I definitely see that the masculine, so the dad or the masculine energy of this equation, like the masculine of the parents, the most masculine, might have some issues regarding their own parents. But they have learned a lot doing it all on their own. They have learned a lot of things. They have gained a lot of wisdom from doing it all alone, right? So for mom, though, I think that mom is someone that loves to stay busy. This fish loves movement. They are very well in touch with their emotions, but they do love to move. Whether this is someone that's quite athletic and it's quite literally, or it's like they don't like life to be calm. They like adventure. They like new things. They want to move forward. I think that that's something that we're seeing here. Whilst dad, with the crocodile, likes to sit and wait for the right moment. They are not very rushy. They are just like, we'll take it slow and we'll take it from there. And I think that that might cause some arguments sometimes. But because you both have that water energy, I think that you will be able to talk it out quite well. We also see the child orphan and the goddess cards are also like similar colors, a lot of red, a lot of root energy. So I do think that you feel at home with each other. There might be, you might be quite similar at heart. I think that's what we're seeing here. But let's take a look at the connecting energy. So the connecting energy, we have the sword. This can mean two things. This might mean that you might argue sometimes, especially about whether you want to take a next step in the connection, for example, having a baby, or it might be that something happened that separated you. I can see like this sword, like cutting a tie or something like that. We can see this. I think it's some kind of thunder going through it. But maybe you have been disconnected from each other for a while, or maybe someone is abroad for work, something like that. But there is some energy, like although it looks like you should match really well, because on a lot of things you are exactly the same, but on others you're opposite. But yeah, there might be something going on between the two of you at this moment, whether this is a fight or physical distance. It's not the same for everybody. But I do see in general that you're quite similar, and I think that it would definitely work between the two of you. But I do think that the crocodile needs to slow down the fish a little bit, and the fish needs to like trying to push the crocodile a little bit. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing here. So that's the energy of mom and dad. Now let me remove these and let's move on to baby's energy. Now that we know who the parents are and that you're in the right reading, we're going to move to some astrology, and we're going to see what animal your baby thinks they are represented by. So we're going to start with that, and I put them between the two of you. So for baby, we have the sea serpent. And the sea serpent is associated with the sacral chakra. So the sacral chakra is about creativity and about desire. So I can see that this person is, or that your baby actually is, someone that is very creative, and they follow their desire. They're not afraid to hold back anything. They just dive into their passions and they will not look back. That's the kind of baby, that's the kind of person that they are gonna be. So let's take a look at astrology. Oh, wait, I forgot something. The sea serpent, because we have sea serpent here, wow. I wanted to say they're associated with water, obviously, just like both parents. But what I think is cool is that the sea serpent themselves are like a mix of a fish and a reptile, right? So literally, we can see that there is a mix of mom and dad happening in your beautiful baby. And we said associated with water. So highly, they have a high intuition, they have a good sense of their emotions. They have a grip on their emotions. They know their emotions, which is a wonderful thing. Let's dig into some astrology. So first we have Jupiter. Let me show you. There we go. And Jupiter talks about growth and expansion, also about generosity and gifts. So that kind of tells us that your baby, when they grow up, will be someone that loves to give gifts. They love to explore. They love to grow and expand, try new things. But also that they're going to be quite abundant because Jupiter is the card of abundance, right? So maybe they will gain a lot of wealth throughout their lives, or you are already quite wealthy and you'll move it over to your children when you think the time is right. Let's move on to the next card. We also have Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign, so maybe your baby will be a fire sign, but mostly I can see that your baby is going to be full of passion, like we said, with the sacral chakra, and also very adventurous. We can see, I think these are deserts and mountains and a storm brewing up there. We can definitely see them like traveling the world, just exploring life, exploring their options, following their heart, following their instinct. I think that they will grow up quite free. They are not limited by what everybody else tells them to do. They'll think for themselves. They will try out things for themselves. They'll learn as they do instead of overthinking things. The sea serpent is also connected with, like I said, the higher realms. It's not a card that is associated with zodiacs, actually. It's more so associated with the chakra. So with your chakra system and that kundalini energy coming up. So I think that they will actually be quite evolved for this world, truly. They might be a star child. They might be like actually lowering themselves into this world. I think that they are quite gifted. Like they might be highly psychic or something like that. We also have the 12th house. The 12th house rules over soul and spirit, and about telepathy and intuition. So we can clearly see them coming down from the heavens, coming down here. And it kind of tells us that they are quite a special soul. They might be highly psychic. They might want to live a nomadic type of life. I think that they have a clear goal in life or a clear vision for themselves, and they will just follow that path even if they don't understand it, they can feel there is a draw towards a certain type of life. And I think that the parents will love them so much, and that it might be a little bit scary for both of them. They might have some things to work through before they're able to let this child fully explore. But I do see that these parents truly care about their baby and they want the best, right? Let's take a look at the next one. We have the waxing crescent, and the waxing crescent is bold and talks about vision. And it kind of shows us, like I said, that this baby will be very assertive. They know what they want. They want to travel. They are drawn in a specific direction. It doesn't have to necessarily be travel, but they will follow their own path. They don't follow the norm, the status quo. They will do what feels right for them. I think that this is a baby that will bring in a lot of fresh energy, a lot of higher frequency energy as well. And they will probably break open a lot of things, not only in your life, in your family's life, but in the world. Like, they will highlight things that are not working well. They will highlight problems and issues, and they will not be afraid to stand up for what they believe in, with all this passion that we're seeing here. I really love that. We also had the Creator of Tomes. I want to talk about that for a second, because this is a card that I asked, like, which card of this deck do you want to show to your parents and to help them choose? And we actually got this Creator of Tomes. So we can see this masculine person, but we see that they're not fully masculine, right? They're wearing a little bit of makeup, they're wearing flowers. So I do see there is a healthy mix. We also see all these beautiful butterflies indicating transformation, growth. We see these little bees talking about hard work, dedication. So I think that this is a little bit of what you have been doing, as well as what they plan to do on this earth, right? So you have been through a lot of growth, and your baby is gonna continue that growth throughout their lives. I think that you have been putting in hard work to get yourself where you're now, whether this is just you or you and your partner. We can definitely see the yellow coming back in the eyes of the crocodile as well. These flowers are violets. I'm not sure what their names are. But this beautiful yellow is the same color as we said with the sacral chakra. So again, that creativity, that bold vision that your baby's gonna have, that's been shown in this beautiful card, right? So whether you'll have a baby boy or a baby girl, they are gonna be revolutionaries. I think that's the right word. That's the word that I was looking for. And I'm gonna get one more oracle card just to get a message in advance for you guys. I did this with pile one as well, and then we'll dig into the little cards to get some physical traits, because we haven't had a lot of those. Okay. Oh my god, I love this. The synchronicities. I had that in pile one as well. I love how Spirit does that. I wonder how they do it, but it's amazing. So we have another butterfly. I was just pointing out these, and they're the same color as well. Oh my god. Let me grab it. So we have these blue butterflies. I pointed out the yellow of the sacral chakra as well. We have that same yellow in the butterfly here. So transformation, following your passions, that's what we're seeing here. And I think that that's going to be highlighted. Maybe this will encourage you to do the same, to follow your own heart, to follow your passions, and not let anybody hold you back, even your fears, right? We also have relaxation. So there is that same energy that I talked about while the fish wants to go, 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 and the crocodile is like, take your time, we'll know when the time is right. So I think that this is a message for you, that transformation that you're going through, the things that you're working on, it's great that you're still trying to do better and become better and better and better. But sometimes there is a place and a time for some rest as well. You might want to lay in a hammock. You might want to read a book. You might just want to stargaze or look at the moon, because relaxation is important as well. It doesn't always have to be go, go, go. It's all about finding that balance. And I think that that's why you two have been put together, to find that balance, because you can both use a little bit of each other's energy. Okay, so let me remove these cards and let's dig into the little cards to get some information on characteristics. Okay, as promised, we're bringing out these little cards. Let me know in the comments what you think about them, because I did make them myself. And I was like considering not using them, but at the same time, I do really enjoy using them. So yeah, let me know what you think. Should I be using these more, or shouldn't I be using them anymore, right? Okay, so we already have 3 little cards. The first one we have is Smile. So they will have a gorgeous smile. I also think that they will just be very joyful and very happy in general, especially with all this yellow and all that creative energy and joy coming from their sacral chakra. We also have blonde hair. This might not be for everybody. Take it as it resonates. Of course, there are multiple people watching. But if it's possible that both parents have like light colored hair, this might definitely be for you. If you both have very dark hair, this is probably not for you, right? We also have children, multiple. So this might indicate that there will be twins. If you feel like you'll have twins, you might also want to check out pile 1 later, because these have some similarities, like this children card and the blonde card came out for them as well. And I also do see some similarities, or I do feel that there might be a connection between the two of them. So feel free to do that if you want to, or don't watch it if you don't feel like that message is for you. But if you think that you might have twins, that might be significant. Otherwise, it might just be that you have multiple children, not just this child that we're talking about right now, but you'll have more before or after even. Let's take a look at the next ones. We also have new beginnings. Yeah, this might also be an indication that you might want to check out pile 1. But new beginnings. So this baby might help bring forward a new era in your life. There is like a real fresh start coming up for you guys. We also have patience. So your baby will be very patient, or your small child will be quite patient, or you will need to be very patient with them. I do get that they are quite fiery, although they have a lot of water energy, but with all that passion from the Sagittarius energy and that sacral chakra, it might be that this baby is going to be quite strong-willed, and that you will have to be very patient because they will do their own thing. We also have good with words, so they might be great communicators, or they are just very charming. They know how to get what they want. They know what to say to make you melt and give in to their wants and desires. We also have balance, so they will bring a lot of balance into your life, or they will just in general be very balanced. Like we talked about this this creator of tomes being the perfect balance between feminine energy, that creativity, but also the masculine of putting in the work, taking action. There is a very nice balance that we're seeing here through these cards. Then the next one, we have a spiritual lesson. So we already talked about that 12th house and them being very connected to spirit, maybe even being like a crystal child or a star child. I'm not sure what they're called nowadays, but like a very high vibrational being that's coming down, sending out their light in the world. Beautiful. Let's get some more cards. I'm not done yet. Can we get some more information, please? I don't want all of those cards. That's a little much. Can you give us one or two, please? There we go. 2. Let's take a look. Ooh, there we go. The first one we have is understanding. So they will be quite understanding. They will always try to... Wow, my camera went from crocodile to spiritual lesson. So I think understanding that maybe dad has some things to learn, maybe some old patterns that they've went through. I'm not sure, but they will be understanding that maybe you are a little bit stricter than you want to be because that's how your parents did it. Or, yeah, they won't be very upset if you put up stricter boundaries than necessary. That's what I'm hearing. We also have straight hair. So they might have straight hair. So that's it for the little cards because I'm running out of space, kind of. I want to move on to the timing of it all. So we're going to use the bingo machine and we're going to use some cards to see when this baby will be born. So my lovely mamas and daddies to be, let's find out when this baby might be born. So we're starting out with these cards. These are zodiac cards and just timing cards. And then we're going to take a look at the bingo machine. Let me know what you think about these cards as well, because again, I made them myself. They don't look as fancy as all my other oracle cards. So sometimes I'm doubting to use them because it doesn't look very professional. But let me know what you think about them. So, baby, what can you tell us about when you're born? When will you be born? Can you give us some information on when you'll be born? So we have that one card coming out already, as you could have seen. Yeah, then a few flipped. I don't know how many flipped. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, I love that. It's not helpful. I mean, it's not a clear, concise answer. It's just when you're ready. I mean, I love that for you guys because it tells us that if you are ready right now, it'll be pretty soon. But if you feel like you're not ready, you'll have that time. They'll give you that time. I want to see this one as well. Oh my God, we have soon. Like I said, it could be pretty soon if you think that you're ready. I love that, especially that they came out kind of together, right? Or at least right after each other. We also have a Virgo, an earth sign, so they might be an earth sign, between the 23rd of August and the 22nd of September. So those 3 cards came out. Now let's see if we can get a little bit more, because when you're ready and soon are not very descriptive, are they? I wouldn't be happy. I mean, I would be happy with those answers, but at the same time, I'd like to have like a little bit more information on that. We'll definitely get more information on that with the bingo machine as well. Okay, so we have 2 cards coming out. Last 2 before we dig into the beautiful bingo machine. Let me know, by the way, if you like those bingo machine twirlings that we're doing, because I really like it. And I haven't seen a lot of readers do that. But yeah, let me know. We also have winter. Let me adjust that. Winter. So Sagittarius, I mean, that's winter-ish to me. And Sagittarius already came through with the other cards. And we also have Aquarius. So again, that winter vibe, January until February, they might become an air sign. Let me see how I'm going to do this. I want to have them lay like pretty, not randomly, but somehow that's not easy. Let's use the bingo machine. If you're sensitive to noise, you want to lower the volume now a little bit and come back when I've rolled them all. I prefer to do them all at the same time so we can just talk smoothly after and not have all that noise like going up and down all the time. Yeah, so let's take a look. There we go. Maybe we'll get some more later on. So the first number we have is the number 65. So the 6th of May or the 5th of June. So you might be pregnant right now, if you're watching it right now when it comes out. We also have the number 9, so September or the 9th of the upcoming month. And then probably it wouldn't be delivery date, it'd probably be more of a conception date. We also have the number 70, so July, the whole month of July might be significant. We also have the number 72, so the 2nd of July or the 7th of February, and that also collides with this Aquarius energy that we were seeing. Then we have the number 40, so April, the whole month of April might be significant. Maybe you have conceived last April, like if you're watching this in June, 2 months ago, you might be 8 weeks along, something like that. Let me get 2 more. There we go. So then we have, let me see, is this an empty ball? No. Oops. We have the number 58, so the 8th of May or the 5th of August might be significant. And last but not least, we have the number 18, so the 1st of August or the 8th of January or the 18th of this month or the next month. But we can definitely see that August might be significant and July might be significant, right? So take a good look. Maybe pause the video because I'm going to remove these cards and we're going to dig into the last part of this reading. We're going to ask the baby, your baby, some questions. We're going to get some messages from them. So for this part of the reading, we are going to ask 4 different questions. The first question is, why aren't you here yet? Question number 2 is, what can we do to prepare? Then 3 is, what are you excited about? What's coming? And 4 is, why they are so happy that you're their parents. Like, what do they love about you? So let's get a card to see why they aren't here yet. So baby of pile 2, why aren't you here yet? What's holding you back? Why aren't you here yet? Can we get some information on why you're not here yet? Oh, that was fast. It came out with force. We have the beautiful sun, illumination. We'll get all the cards first and then we'll read them. So we have the sun, a major arcana card. That's something to keep in mind. Then the next one is, what can we do to prepare for you coming into our lives? What can we do to prepare? What can we do to prepare? We have the Lovers. There we go. Beautiful card, as you can see. Again, a major arcana, so that's something significant, right? Then, what are you excited about when coming into this world? What are you excited about? We're going to get clarifiers for all of them as well, but we're going to use an oracle deck. So what are you excited about coming into this world? What are you excited about? We actually have 2 things. We have the 5 of Candles, and we have the Mystic of Candles, which is the King of Wands. So we have 2 Wands cards here. We can already see all that passion brewing in your child. I like that. And then one more question is, what do you love about your parents? What do you love about your parents? What's something you love about your parents? That was with a lot of force, so they want to be clear. It's a lot that they love about you. Oh, I like that. I love that. You guys have the nurturer. And this is, I think it's the queen, no, not the queen, the what's it called? Crap. I lost the name. The Empress. It's the Empress. Wow. And you already had the goddess, right? And now you have the nurturer. So I do think that what they love about you is that you're going to be the best mom. You're going to be the best caretaker that they could have imagined. You are someone that will let them be themselves. You're not trying to hold them back. You're focusing on nurturing them, right? Making them better, helping them grow. I think that that's something that they adore about you, that you leave them in their value. I think that's what they say in English as well. Like, you won't try to change anything about them. You don't see something and like, well, that's not how I'd like to see it. So we're gonna get that energy out of you, right? So let's get it clarified for the sun. Like, why aren't you here yet? We have the number 49 with now is a lucky time. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it means now is a lucky time. And rabbit, you know the saying with bunnies, right? Going at it like bunnies. We can also see these two little babies over here. Again, an indication that there might be twins on their way. Wow. I'm so excited. Oh my god, I cannot contain myself. I'm so sorry. But with the sun as well, the sun talking about illumination, about the truth, about just a happy time. Usually the sun is also depicted with a baby on a horse, right? So another indication that it's coming. Again, all the yellow. We have a lot of yellow here about creativity, about desire, also about desire. So it might be, we also saw the Soon card. It might be the time to really try, because it's your time right now, actually. It won't take very long for you guys. Don't worry. Now let's see, let's get a clarifier for why they're not here yet, because, oh no, it's not why they're not here yet. What we can do to prepare, I'm sorry. So what can your parents do to prepare for you coming? What can they do to prepare? What can they do to prepare? So we have the Lovers and we have Clear Out the Clutter, number 28, and this frog. So with the frog, I'm also getting that take a leap energy, because the frog jumps from here to there, right? And the Lovers talks about making a decision, or maybe strengthening a connection, right? It kind of tells me that you might really do like a spring cleaning of some sorts. Like, what do you want in your life, and really clear out things that do not resonate with that type of life anymore. For example, maybe you have some clothes that remind you of a time that you weren't very happy, or for example, for me, I still have a lot of gym clothes. I used to work out a whole lot every day, at least 2 hours, and now that just doesn't resonate with me anymore, because I don't want to force myself. I don't want to overdo it anymore. So for example, for me, this would be like giving away some workout clothes that I no longer fit, or that I don't use anymore. This might be something totally different for you guys, but it's like getting rid of things that don't belong in your current reality anymore. Like, you have grown beyond that. You've grown out of that. So why keep those things? It's only keeping you stuck in the past. That's the kind of thing that I'm seeing. And oh my, I'm so sorry you couldn't even see the full card. There we go. I think I have to move everything up a little bit, don't I? There we go. So let's move on to the thing that they're excited about. Let's see what we get. Whoops, there we go. So, baby, can you give us a clarifier for what you're excited about? So, the Five of Candles is about an argumentative energy. And I started laughing because it's like they're not afraid to cause a scene. They are going to stand up for what they believe in. They're going to be quite rebellious, I must give you that. And with the King of Wands, again, it's like that passion of theirs. It might get them into trouble sometimes, but in a good way. They will lead change. They will lead the way for a lot of change in the world. They will be the ignition when it comes to a lot of changes in the world. We also have let spirit be your guide. So I do think that they will be born into this world with a clear, higher purpose that they will be following. And they won't ward off that plan. They'll be like, this is what I believe in. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm passionate about. I'll laser focus onto that thing and I will not let go until that's what's happening. I love that. Very passionate, very passionate. And again, I cannot really talk about this baby being a boy or a girl, although that's maybe something that you would really like to know. For now, I am getting more of a masculine energy, but a very well balanced one. Like they might be a boy, but again, they are in touch with their femininity. They're not afraid to be in their feminine energy, and I love that. Now, let's move on to the last part and see what they love about you. So we have 3 cards actually that came out, and 2 of them are the same as in pile 1. So we had these 2 cards, Watch and Wait, the Seahorse, and Time to Collaborate in pile number 1. So there is a clear message that you might want to check out pile number 1, because this might be a brother or a sister of pile number 1, truly. I think that's what we're getting at here. So that's very cute. And we also have You See Clearly Now. So we have this beautiful, wise owl. And with the Empress as well, we have this regality, like this regal energy coming from you. They see you as a queen. They see you as an empress. They see you as like top of the notch. They see you as someone that's the best in what they do. The owl is also very intuitive, very smart. So I think that they want you to know that they think that you're very smart. You know how to take care of people. You know how to take care of yourself. And you know the way. You will always know what to do. You should just trust your intuition. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. I cannot say anything else but that. We also had the rose quartz. I feel drawn to talk a little bit about it right now. We have the rose quartz Merkaba here, but we also had this rose quartz standing here. There might be a reason why it's over here. The rose quartz is also all about love. So it does show us that you're going to be so loving as a parent, the both of you. This baby will truly feel loved in your presence and feel loved enough to follow their own path, truly. So yeah, that actually brings me to the end of the reading. I want to thank you so much for watching, especially until the end, because I do know people get impatient. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the reading, I'd love to get a thumbs up. If you want to, you can always subscribe to my channel as well to get notifications whenever I post a new upload. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. If you chose the Opalite Merkaba and the Wild Unknown Tarot with this cute little deer with their foal with the Mother of Pentacles, this is going to be your reading. So first out, we're gonna check if you're in the right pile with an energy check. We're going to take a look at mom, we're going to take a look at dad, and we're going to take a look at your connection. So let's take a look at mom first. So for mom, we have the bear, and the bear is associated with earth. So you might be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, but you don't have to be. It's just more so an energy, very grounded. We also have the warrior, and it says strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. I love that this is like a very protective energy all over. Both cards have that protective element in them. Love that. Let's take a look at dad next. So for dad, we have the octopus associated with water. So Pisces, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And we have the healer. Let me show you guys. It says, passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. And I'm sorry, these cards are quite light, so hard to read. There you go. So, healer. The connecting energy between the two of you is the river. And I was hearing a go with the flow. Something with flow. See where the flow takes you. Something like that. Or see where the stream takes you. I'm not sure what the saying is. So what we can see is that if you look at them, they look like they have very contradicting energies. We have this bear, this big protective creature, and then we have the octopus, quite small. They don't seem very strong. They have like this blobby texture. It seems like they couldn't even protect themselves even a little bit, right? So it might be that you have quite contrasting looks, but that you match very well on a spiritual and intelligence level. But with the bear being here, we can see that mom is going to be someone that is quite protective of their family, of their own, whether you already have a family or not. I think that this mom has had to fight a lot of battles on their own. With this warrior card, talking about conquering the ego. I think that this person might have been depressed in the past or might have dealt with a lot of other struggles. For example, maybe miscarriages or a heavy breakup in the past that they're still getting over. Or at least maybe those trust issues that are still being worked through or that they have finally worked through, right? But we see that this mama bear really wants something stable for herself. They might have needed to rest for a long time because bears do take that, what's it called? Hibernation, that nap in the wintertime. Maybe this bear has been in hibernation, so to say, that this mom needed to have a break. Or maybe you're still taking a break because it has been just too much. Maybe if you are dealing with infertility, all these treatments are really wearing you out and you decided to take a break. And maybe you really had to fight for having this family, right? On the other side, we have the octopus. The octopus is really smart. And I think that this octopus is trying to do everything to keep this beautiful bear happy. They might just have a lot of different jobs. They're juggling a lot of different things. Maybe they have multiple hobbies that they're involved in. Maybe they're just very busy within their profession. They might very well be a doctor, a nurse in the healing field, like a psychologist, or it doesn't even have to be that big. They might be a hairdresser. This kind of gives me the idea of someone cutting someone's hair, although it's not that. So maybe they are a hairdresser and they're just having great conversations with their clients, and that really helps heal those people, right? It doesn't have to be something fancy. It can be as simple as being a hairdresser or a tattoo artist and having these heartfelt conversations with them, especially because the octopus is associated with water. So they are great with their emotions. They have control over their emotions. They know how to talk about their emotions. They're not afraid. They're not overly emotional. I think that they have that great balance. But I do think that they are dealing with a lot, whether this is family, work, hobbies. They're just dealing with a lot. And with the river here, it's like, it might be quite specific for this reading, but it's like, we'll see wherever this takes us. I'm done fighting. I'm done pushing for this to happen. We let it over to God. We'll give it over to Spirit. It'll happen when the time is right. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling here with the river. Like, we're done fighting, whatever, not fighting each other, so to say, but just fighting for this dream that you're both having and it not happening or falling apart. It's like, we'll see wherever this river takes us, and we'll be patient. We'll trust that everything happens when the time is right. I think that's the kind of energy that we're seeing. So if this sounds like your story, let's continue to the energy of your baby. We're going to start with the astrology side of it, and then we're getting into some characteristics. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I removed the other cards and I got the astrology cards out. Let's take a look at what animal they wanted to be represented by. So for your baby, we have the owl. And the owl is a flying creature. Why? And that's why they are connected to air. So they might become a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. Owls are clairvoyants, and they are an indication of a treasure coming. So it might quite literally be that this baby is a treasure coming into your life. They're also a token of wealth, beauty, and good fortune. So I do feel like this baby can become very wealthy, that they also are quite good looking. They will catch everybody's eyes, and they're also quite intuitive, because owls are really majestic animals and they are really intuitive, right? So let's continue with the astrology cards. The first card we have is Aquarius. And we also said that the owl was associated with air, so also with Aquarius. So there is a double emphasis on Aquarius. Now, Aquariuses can be quite quirky and eccentric. So maybe your baby will become quite quirky and eccentric. And I think that you will love that about them, that they are so unique. What we can also tell about an Aquarius is that they are inventive and idealistic, and that they are quite community oriented. So I could see your baby becoming a child that likes to bring everyone together, to unite everybody. They will love parties. They will be great at like mending relationships if other people are fighting, for example. But they cannot stand people fighting. They cannot stand hardship happening to other people, and it's something that they really want to put energy towards, like creating more peace in the world, bringing people together, stuff like that. We also have the number 4, and the 4 in numerology is the builder or teacher. So I can see that your baby will have a big influence on a lot of people. They might become some kind of mentor for people. They will teach other people how to be better, how to do better, how to help people with interacting. I think that they are great communicators, and they will help get the edge off when there are fights. They will help mend those relationships. They're also very reliable and dependent. So I think that your baby is going to be someone that a lot of people trust. A lot of people might come to them with their secrets. I think that they're also a great listener. And they have a great perspective of things. They don't judge so easily. Next up, we have Midhaven. Let me show you guys Midhaven. Very interesting picture. You have, I think there are bees or I don't know, special creatures over here. So this kind of gives me the information that they might be very well supported by spirit, that they have a lot of spirit guides trying to help them along the way. But Midhaven also talks about a legacy and a reputation. So they might build up something so big that they will have like a legacy, right? Or their reputation, their career, they'll be so important that they'll, for example, have their own firm, and that years to come, this firm will become bigger and bigger. And they can retire early, for example. But they have such a big influence in the world. That's what I'm seeing here. And it does look like they're gonna be in the public eye, or they might just be noticed everywhere they go, especially this beautiful white owl that we're seeing. It's so beautiful. It stands out so much that it draws everyone's attention. So they will get a lot of attention. And I think it's positive attention in this case. Let's move on to the last card. We have Yod. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's the way that planets line up. This talks about great responsibility in this lifetime. So it might be that they have a big thing that they want to accomplish in this lifetime. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Maybe they will change something very important in this lifetime, and that's how their name will be remembered by other people in this life. But yeah, I think that they're up to big things already. Even though they haven't been born yet, they're up to great things. This is quite a unique soul, a very confident soul, a very communicative soul, very eccentric, not afraid to stand out. But they're gonna do big things in this lifetime. That's what I'm feeling. So that's it for the astrology part. I do want to mention that they chose this beautiful Mother of Pentacles for you guys. So I think that this is them and this is you. They love to find comfort at home with you. I think that whatever is going on at work or in their life, they will always return to you for a good talk, for a good cuddle, and to recenter if things get overwhelming, because we do see that they have something big to do in their life. And with you by their side, they're fully capable of doing that. So I also want to get out one more oracle card to just get our first message from them to you. And then we're moving into some physical traits. So let's see, what message do you have for your parents? What message do you have for your parents? By the way, you don't have to be the typical mom and dad. It could very well be two moms, two dads. That doesn't really matter. Oh my gosh, we have abundance. So their life will be very abundant and your life will be very abundant. We already talked about that abundance and about wealth, and also about like that legacy coming. So that's what we're seeing here. There will be a very abundant future, a very wealthy future, something really to look out for, I think. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful. So don't worry, because good things are coming for all of you. But let me remove these and let's take a look at some physical traits. Okay, for the physical traits, we'll be using these little cards as I usually do. If you've seen more of my videos, you'll probably know. Let me know what you think about these. If you think they're just, I don't know, ugly and boring, let me know. I might want to start using other ones or create new ones, or maybe design my own deck, like more professionally. But if you like them, let me know in the comments as well, because I'd love to know. I kind of didn't want to use them, but then I thought I just like using them myself, so why not? If you don't like them, you can always skip ahead to the next part of this reading. But let's take a look at some traits that your baby will have. Probably when they grow up, right? So we already have two. The first one we have is blonde hair. We also got this in both of the other piles, so maybe you felt drawn to one of them. And we also have a new beginnings. Aw, that's so sweet. So it does indicate that this baby being born will create a new beginning for the both of you. Also, maybe this baby will ignite that new beginning in the world, like positive changes in the world. They do seem like those truth seekers. Let's get some more. The cards keep coming out all clumpy, but I guess that's what we should take. So we have the 1. So maybe this is going to be your only child, your one and only. For others, this might just be that this is the first baby, and also the one that's going to change a lot, that brings in the most change, the most transformation in your life. We also have auburn hair. So again, they might be blonde. They might get auburn hair when they grow up. But take these as they resonate, because obviously not every baby is going to be blonde, especially if you're both dark-haired as parents. We also have independent. Yeah, I did get that. They would be very self-sufficient and independent when they grow up. But again, they don't mind to snuggle up with their parents every now and then. We also have family-oriented. Yeah, I got this from mom, but I also get this from your beautiful baby. Like we said, they like to bring the group together, to connect people. And I think that that's what they like about your family as well, that it's quite tight-knit and that they want more of that in life. We also have Australian origins. So again, this might not be for everybody, but for some of you, your baby might have Australian origins. If you're from Australia, you'll probably be sure now that this is definitely your reading, even if you're doubting that. Let's get some more. So even if you're not Australian, it doesn't mean that this reading is not for you. Just know that there's more coming, right? And not every card is for everybody. That's totally fine. As long as the overall energy does sound like you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So we have big goals. We got that from the start, right? We already talked about this legacy. We cannot talk about a legacy if someone's not gonna try and do big things in life, right? And we also have easygoing. So they're not high maintenance. They're gonna be like a breeze to have around, just fun, not complaining, just having fun with everybody else, trying to help people out where they can. And the coolest one was this one. We have musician. And this tells me with their big goals, they might become a well-known singer, and maybe through their music, they will create change. This could mean that they have a beautiful singing voice, but it might also indicate that they are great on the guitar or a great DJ. I mean, it doesn't always have to be the older music styles, right? But I do think that they will send out this message of love through their music or through their art. And that's how they're going to make that impact on the world. And I love that. That's so sweet. Let's get 1 or 2 more. Again, not every baby is going to have the same musical skills or the same passions, but they're going to be big in their own right, in their own neck of the woods. I'm not sure. Let's get 1 or 2 more. There we go. So we actually have 2 more. We have understanding. So they're going to be understanding. I think that they will always see everybody's perspective. I talked about this before. And they will be just focused on connecting the two differences, right? Creating that bridge between people. And we also have black hair. So we have three different hair color types. We have blonde, we have auburn, and we have black. Just take them as they resonate. If they don't, just let them fly. So that's it for their physical traits and just general traits. Let's move on to the timing of things. So for the timing, we'll be using the bingo machine, and we'll also be using some zodiac and timing cards. Let me remove these and let's take a look. Okay, so I got out my beautiful bingo machine, but we're starting out with these timing cards. Again, I made them myself. They don't look as fancy as I would like. Let me know what you think about them. Should I be using them? Or do you prefer like the more fancy cards? But let's see. Baby, when are you coming into our lives? So we already have a few cards. Jeez Louise. I must say these are the same cards, or at least for a big part, the same ones as pile 2 got. So again, you might want to watch pile 2, but you will know if that message is for you. Not all of these cards are the same as pile 2 though, so I am going to take them. We have Virgo with Earth. So the 23rd of August until the 22nd of September. We also have fall, so during the fall. Then we have July. And we have a when you're ready. It'll happen when you're ready. Trust that spirit will guide you. And I think that that's the state that you're in right now. Like, it'll happen when the time is right. Don't worry, we'll see what happens and when it happens. And we also have soon. So, I mean, soon, right? So it's time to get excited because it will be happening soon. Again, soon for spirit is not always the same as soon here on earth. But I do think that you don't have to need to worry about how long it might take, because it's not gonna be never, right? Don't worry about that. You will have your baby. But let's roll this bingo machine up and see what dates might come out. So one fell on the floor. Let me grab that. Maybe that one is the most significant. And it says 27. Let me readjust that. So the 2nd of July or the 7th of February. Again, July is having an emphasis here. So maybe you'll be conceiving in July, or maybe you will be delivering your baby next July, for example. We also have the number 73. Oh my gosh. So the 2nd and the 3rd of July might be significant. So we also have the 7th of March. Let's move on to the next. We have the 2nd of August or the 8th of February. So we have the 7th and the 8th of February as well. Then we have the number 59, if you guys can see, the 5th of September or the 9th of May. Oops, let me adjust that so you guys can see. Next up, we have the number 31, the 3rd of January or the 1st of March. So we have the 1st until the 7th of March. And I do think we have place for 2 more. So let's get 2 more. Oops, I knocked over my crystal. The rose gold, indicating love. Love that for you guys. We also have the number 41. So the 4th of January. So we can clearly see that the 3rd and the 4th of January are significant as well. Now we also have the 1st of April. But I do like that we have some dates that are pretty close to each other, like we said, the 1st until the 7th of March, the 2nd and the 3rd of July, the 3rd and the 4th of January. And the last one we have is the number 48. Let me adjust that. So the 8th of April or the 4th of August. So the 2nd until the 4th of August might be significant as well. And the 1st until the 8th of April. So take your time, take it in. If you want to take a screenshot, maybe this is the moment to keep track of these dates. But for now, I'm going to remove these and we're going to take a look at the messages. We're going to ask some questions for your baby to answer. Okay? Okay, so like I said, this last part of the reading are going to be some messages from your baby. We're going to ask 4 questions. The first question is, why are you not here yet? The second question is, what can we do to prepare for you coming down, you coming to us? The third one is, what are you most excited about when coming into this world? And the fourth one is, what do you love about your parents? So those are the 4 questions I chose for this reading today. And let's see what we get. So the first question, like I said, is, why aren't you here yet? And we're going to get a tarot card for each question, and we're also going to get an oracle card for each question. So why aren't you here yet? What's holding you back? Why aren't you here yet? Why aren't you here yet? Baby, oh dear, that's way too much. We're not gonna take all of these cards. Let me try that again. All right. So maybe there is just a lot of energy that's not focused. That's what I'm seeing. We'll take them both. So we have the Daughter of Pentacles. That's cool. So we have mother and daughter. And we also have the Daughter of Cups. So we have 2 daughters. Again, might indicate that we're getting twins. Or that there is that you'll have 2 daughters. For example, maybe a younger and an older daughter. Maybe you already have kids. Maybe that's what we're talking about, but we'll get into it once we have all the cards laid out. What can we do to prepare for you coming into your mom and dad's life? Yeah, we're not going to take all of those. Here we go. We have Mother of Swords. That's the one we're going to take, because I wonder why so many cards keep flying out, and they're like random cards. It's not very specific. It's like maybe something has to happen before they can come through. Then, next question. What are you excited about? And I love that you have another owl, because we did have this beautiful owl as well. We have Mother of Swords, Mother and Owl. So Mother Owl, and we have Owl, right? And they actually look quite similar as well. Lots of synchronicities here once again. Okay, so we have the Lovers. Love that. And then last but not least is, what do you love most about your parents? That was quick. That was really quick. So we have the 5 of Wands. I must say we have some similar cards to, I think it was pile 2. I'm not sure, so you might want to check that out as well. But they're in different places. But I do think it's very cool, although we're using completely different decks, so it cannot be that my decks are poorly shuffled, that we actually get the same cards. We'll keep that in mind. So those are the tarot cards we're working with. Now let's get some oracle cards. For the oracle cards, I'm using the Animal Spirit Oracle deck, I think is what it's called. I just love the beautiful colors of it. So let's get a clarifier for the Daughter of Cups and the Daughter of Pentacles. Why aren't you here yet? What's holding you back? Be playful. Be playful. And we have the sandpiper, and we can see it stomping with its feet. Interesting. Next up, what can we do in preparation? Again, I think there are multiple cards, 2 cards. Let's just take them. By the way, why didn't you tell me my cards look like this? 1 second, I'm gonna rearrange this so you can see a lot better, because I want you guys to see my cards. And I think I might have bumped into the camera, and that's why you cannot see. Sorry. So we have the sandpiper with Be Playful. We're gonna put it like this, maybe. Then now with the Mother of Swords, you guys just got a lot of extra cards as well. Maybe that's the problem. We have Cat Spirit with Claim Your Independence. That's what you can do to prepare. And we also have Make Your Dreams Real. Spider Spirit. Weaving your own web. Creating your own future. Let me see how we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it like that. Then the Lovers. It was the question, what are you excited about? So, beautiful baby coming into our lives. What are you excited about? Aw, now is a lucky time. So they're going to be feeling very lucky, but we're going to talk about that. Just let me lay out the cards first. I'm so sorry. And the last one is, what do they love most about you and your spouse? We have Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna start out with these beautiful cards, and in your case, I'm gonna just hold them up like this, because otherwise it's just gonna be too much cards on the table, right? So we have 2 daughters of Pentacles and a daughter of Cups. So this is the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is mostly seen as a gesture of love, giving someone a gesture of love. And the Daughter of Pentacles is delivering, like, really, how do you say that? Like, looking at this pentacle as if it's the most beautiful thing ever, right? Now, in these cards, they're just doing their own thing. Being aware of their surroundings, but not really worrying about anything, as you can see. They're just looking around, enjoying the view. And we had the Sandpiper Spirit with Be Playful. So I do think that these cards kind of indicate that pause that we were talking about at the beginning of the reading, like needing to take that break, that hibernation, to find joy in what you're doing once more. Like the fun was out of it. Maybe, like I said, you have been through some infertility problems, and like doing the deed, so to say, isn't as fun as it used to be, because it's only a tool to give you a baby, right? The real connection between 2 beautiful souls is kind of lost there, because it's only focusing on the purpose that it has, right? So I do think that it's very important that you needed a break to get in touch with your joy, to get in touch with your inner child and your playfulness. So once this baby arrives, you'll be ready to have fun with them and not be worried, not be overworked, not be tense. I think that it's very important for you to have that rest, to have that peace over you, because having a baby is going to be stressful too. It's going to be a stressful period. And if you're already so worried, so worked up, so stressed, it might be very difficult to find the joy in all that's coming, right? Let's move on to what you can do to bring this baby into your world. What can you do to prepare? So we have the Mother of Swords. The Mother of Swords is very decisive. They are holding that sword and they're ready to rule, right? They're ready to make a decision. They're ready to do something. And with Make Your Dreams Real, and claim your independence. We can see that regality, that energy of a empress, of a queen that knows what they want and they go for it. They make decisions that uphold what they want. I think that that's what this is about, like deciding what you want for yourself, deciding what you want for your family, and creating that web, creating that reality for yourself. But there are some decisions that you need to make to build that dream. Maybe I'm not saying that you are doing this, but it might be that some of you are still making decisions that go against what you want, that really, like, for example, you want to become pregnant and that's all you really want. But at the same time, you're not taking your prenatal vitamins yet. So you're not doing everything to make sure that your baby will be born healthy. Or you're over exercising. You're wearing out your body so much that it doesn't have the energy to carry a baby, right? Or you're not eating enough. I do think for a lot of women, we want to be skinny, but at the same time, you need that fat. You need that beautiful, powerful body to carry that child, right? So I think that it's time for you to make decisions that go with your dream instead of against it. Don't worry. You need that fat to carry this baby healthy throughout your journey, right? And I think that a lot of you might be very scared of gaining a little weight. I mean, it's rude to say that it's everybody, but I do think that some of you really are trying to stay on the thinner side, trying your best to look the best, what you think is the best, but at the same time, it's just kind of working against what you want when it comes to having a family. And again, this ties in with that a little more tense energy that you should be releasing, being more playful, being more giving, forgiving towards yourself, allowing yourself to indulge every now and then, allowing yourself to have fun, to relax, to do whatever you like, right? And I hope I'm not coming across a little harsh because I know how it feels, because that's me, literally. But yeah, it's time to make decisions that go with your dream instead of against it. Now, let's see what they are excited about. So we have the Lovers and we have Rabbit Spirit. I think with the Lovers, we can see this soulmate energy. I think that they are very excited about maybe these two being your parents, being you and your spouse, like seeing their parents be so happy, seeing their parents in love, seeing their parents flourishing. That's the kind of energy that I'm seeing. And also with Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. I think that they are so excited about all the luck and abundance that they're going to bring into your family's life. We also have these two bunnies. So again, it might be that there is going to be a bigger family. Like we said, it might be two daughters even. But there is going to be a lot of luck entering your life. This Lovers card also might indicate that, again, it's going to be twins. We see two exactly the same geese flying, right? Two similar, same age looking babies, baby rabbits. So yeah, clearly for some of you, there are going to be twins in the cards, right? So they're very excited about all the good stuff that's coming into your life, into this whole beautiful lifetime that they will have with you. And last but not least, we're ending off this reading with what they love about you and your spouse. So we have a Mouse Spirit with tend to the small things, and we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can talk about conflict, arguments, but not severe arguments, like just a little irritation every now and then. To me, it seems like rubbing the boat. I think that's the word that you use. But I feel like what they love about you is that you're not afraid to fight for what you love. You're not afraid to just keep on working until you get what you want. You're not afraid of getting into arguments to get the best for your child. I think that's what we're seeing here. Like, even the small things, you will pick a fight for your child not getting the best lunch at school, right?
those kind of things. Or that at school they didn't do their hair in the right way, right? You will talk to the teacher and say like, next time please do her hair like this or that. Don't just let it like look like that, like the way it is now, right? So it's like you will always do your best for your child. You're not afraid to get into an argument to get something better for your child. You're really trying to give them the best they could possibly have. And that's something that they really love about you, that you'll never give up, and that you will always try to give them the best. Even if it's something small, you will do anything to give them the best. So sweet. Yeah, they really care about you already, and they chose you, right? Remember that. They chose your family as the family that they wanted to be born into. So, yeah, that actually brings me to the end of the reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching my video throughout. I think it's a long video, so I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. If you want, you can always subscribe to my channel by clicking on the notification bell as well. You can get notified every time I post a new upload. Please like my videos. That really helps as well. Just thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in one of my next readings. Bye, guys.